members of the governing board, deputy governors, colleagues, and secretaries of the ministries, group country manager of the World Bank, representatives from the European Union who have been supporting us, and representatives of other international institutions, part agencies, government officials, experts, and our colleagues, and also the participants and from the all finance institutions. Indeed, it's with great pleasure for me that I speak to you today at the launch of the Sustainable Finance Roadmap 2.0. If you can remember, we launched it some time ago in 2019. This is a milestone in the central bank sustainable financing journey and a critical step forward in strengthening resilience, inclusiveness, and long-term sustainability of the finance sector and also the economy. This moment comes at a time when the world faces profound and interconnected challenges related to environment and as well as social well-being. According to the network of Greening the Financial System, NGF estimates, more than $4.2 trillion of financial assets could be at risk globally if the current climate-related impact trends continue. Based on the World Bank estimates, climate change could push an additional 130 million of the world population towards poverty unless decisive actions are taken. In the Sri Lankan context, it is estimated that $10.85 billion is required for implementing the NDCs until 2030. This is the estimate that was estimated some time ago for Sri Lanka needs until 2030. As you all may agree, the extreme weather events we have witnessed are no longer anomalies. They are signs of a shifting climate that will increasingly impact our agriculture, energy security, infrastructure, and livelihood, and sustainable finance is no longer optional. It's an economic, social, and environmental imperative globally and here in Sri Lanka as well. It was with this global reality in mind that Central Bank of Sri Lanka, as already mentioned, launched a first sustainable roadmap in 2019. That initiative set the foundation for integrating sustainability into our financial system, building awareness, and piloting green finance products. I must thank all the stakeholders, those who have been supporting in our first initiative for us to complete the roadmap almost to the complete. Today, as we launch the Sustainable Finance Roadmap 2.0, we are reaffirming and strengthening that commitment for the next several years as well. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to the International Finance Corporation, the arm of the IFC, for the technical guidance, and the European Union for collaborating with IFC for funding this project. Under the Accelerating Climate Smart and Inclusive Infrastructure in South Asia, this project that EU is supporting, which was timely intervention as we completed 5 years since the launching of our first roadmap. I congratulate the project team and make this a point to thank all the stakeholders who engaged in the project and provided their valuable input and expert knowledge in developing a well-balanced roadmap. If I give you a sense of the context in which the central bank started this journey in 2016, with the joining of Sustainable Bank Finance Network, led by the IFC, the landscape for sustainable financing was more focused on the environmental aspect of sustainability. That was the beginning of our journey. However, over the years, closer to a decade, many dimensions related to sustainable development have gained momentum. As climate risk emerged as one of the major deterrents against financial stability, it is a responsibility of the central bank as a regulator to take initiatives to green the financial system in maintaining both price stability and financial system stability as per the mandate vested upon the central bank. Climate change or the impact of climate events on the economy could be transformed into the financial sector in two ways. Supply side disruptions could trigger inflationary pressure, weakening price stability while building up of non-performing portfolios, following a catastrophe which could take a toll on financial system stability through a credit crisis. With the enactment of the new Central Bank Act, inclusiveness also comes under the duties of the central bank. We have strategized how financial inclusion could be achieved. So that's very relevant in our mandate that has been given to the central bank. Climate-related events are becoming more common, which raises concerns over financial institutions' ability to manage their risks and to continue to provide financial services in certain segments and geographies. Financial authorities are taking steps to integrate climate risks in their financial stability assessments. This has been, we have been doing this for some time now. We need to strengthen the process with the 2.0. For example, climate scenario analysis, climate stress testing, and value chain analysis in relation to greenhouse gas emissions are carried out by the financial regulators and financial institutions in the global context. On the other hand, decarbonization efforts have reached new heights with tightened regulations, especially in the European Union region, which is challenging for the local industries catering to such markets. Simultaneously, reporting and disclosure requirements are getting streamlined globally with the introduction of accounting standards S1 and S2 and other integrated reporting initiatives. National level commitments, including NDCs, National Adoption Plan and Net Zero Plan, were revisited and ambitious targets now have been set. In this backdrop, the central bank policy interventions are necessary to ensure resilience while lifting the inclusiveness among society for achieving greater prosperity. Particularly, we have incorporated the social aspect of sustainability. This is a new aspect in this roadmap. 2.0, as a new Central Bank Act recognizes, as I mentioned earlier, inclusiveness as a part of our mandate. Further, the roadmap 2.0 has given more emphasis to the internal risk management frameworks in addressing climate challenges in the financial sector while focusing on green initiatives. As you all know, the past few years have been a challenging period not only for the financial sector but for the whole economy, as already mentioned by the Deputy Governor and also our World Bank representative. We have made considerable progress in terms of restoring stability. However, the future challenges are not to be undermined. I believe Sustainable Finance Roadmap 2.0 is one such policy initiative that will guide us towards how we, particularly as a financial sector, collectively should strategize in terms of environmental and social challenges that may arise due to potential climate events and also the social events. In terms of social aspect of Sustainability Roadmap 2, this will serve for the broader theme of social justice with special emphasis on MSMEs. As already mentioned, MSMEs are important, and also vulnerable groups and gender equality. That's covering three areas: MSMEs, vulnerable groups, and gender equality. National Financial Inclusion Strategy, NFIS, that's also we are giving the leadership. That's NFIS Phase 2 will also be implemented as part of the roadmap, which is expected to promote inclusive green financing. We have challenges to overcome, especially with the institutional coordination and alignment with the national strategy in climate financing. More emphasis on adoption financing remains to be addressed, while different avenues to facilitate blended financing is one of the important instruments where private sector finance can be attracted. Then the finance institutions can also collaborate with the state and needs to be revisited. While new challenges will emerge with the evolution of the subject area, implementation of the actions laid down in Roadmap 2.0 is very important, as it will strengthen the foundation of the finance sector to gain more resilience against climate risk while uplifting financial inclusion among society. This is a new part that we added here. We have maintained the momentum to be categorized as an advancing member country in terms of sustainable financing framework development and implementation in line with international trends and good practices as per the 2024 SBFN Global Brief. that we have studied. Successful implementation of Roadmap 2.0 will position Sri Lanka at the forefront of the sustainable finance leadership in the region. At the launching of the Roadmap 2.0, my request to all of you, the stakeholders, who have validated this document, and we have had good collaboration and consultation with all the stakeholders, is to extend your fullest cooperation in achieving the targets set in a timely manner and contributing to the area of sustainability, both individually and collectively, understanding its criticality as a nation in driving the mandate on climate combating and social inclusiveness. I hope you will extend your fullest cooperation and continue to engage with the Central Bank through the stakeholder committee and the working groups to be formed in the near future. With that, I will conclude my address wishing you all the best for your commitment and endeavors in this area in the future. Thank you very much.
You're watching the Lifetraveler channel.